And it's now time for our daily dose of K-entertainment news with Walter Lee. Starting off with K-pop or K-pop stars on a big fashion stage.
Not just any fashion stage. So one of the biggest fashion stages in the world, K-pop idols took center stage, or should I say onto the carpet of New York's fashion's biggest nights, the 2025 Met Gala. Now, held on Monday at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, this year's event embraced the theme of 250 years of Black men's fashion history, with global stars donning bold black and white colors or looks. Now, BLACKPINK's Jennie wore a classical Chanel black dress. Now, I know this dress took over 250 hours to make. It's also an homage to the 1920s, 1930s of Coco Chanel, with oversized pearls and a white ribbon hat as well. Now, Lisa also, obviously from BLACKPINK, donned a Louis Vuitton glittering lace jacket and logo-embroidered mesh stockings. And our other member from BLACKPINK, Rosé, was in a flash Saint Laurent tuxedo. Making his Met Gala debut, 17's S.Coups delivered a twist on tradition, cladding a hanbok-inspired grey suit with a flowing overcoat, and he changed his hairstyle to a silver-looking hairstyle.
I have to say, all of their looks were awesome. And I mean, I am a Jennie fan, a little biased there. I think the Chanel look was one of my favorite. And I think it took around 330 hours to make that. It's just because I'm a big Jennie fan. Yes. I noticed that. But okay, we're going to move on now to Squid Game. And finally, we've got some news about the final, the trailer for the final season.
If you were on YouTube at any point within the last couple of days, you would have obviously seen that Netflix dropped the teaser for Squid Game Season 3, and obviously fans are losing their minds over it. The teaser kicks off with those infamous pink guards marching in carrying a mysterious coffin, but who's in the coffin? Of course, it's Ki-hoon. Then suddenly eyes open and it's obviously game on from there. For the final season, Ki-hoon returns to the game with a new mission, but he's not the only one hiding something. The enigmatic frontman is back, still in the shadows, and the few survivors are clinging on to whatever they hope or whatever they've got left. Now, as we know, Squid Games shattered records back in 2021, becoming Netflix's biggest hit ever. Season 2, over 165 million views in just the 3 months. Season 3 was filmed right alongside Season 2 and hits our screens on June 27th. And let's see how much audience that will bring in.
Can't wait for that. And last but not least, we've got some movie news.
Yes, of course. Now, we're speaking of hits. The Korean film Yadang the Snitch, starring Kang Han-ul, is officially the biggest domestic hit of 2025 so far. Now, released on April 16th, Yadang the Snitch held onto the #1 spot throughout the recent holiday weekend, topping the box office for 5 out of the 6 days, and is drawing in over 830,000 viewers from May 1st to May 6th alone. Now, its total audience reached more than 2.67 million, knocking the other Korean movie, Hitman 2, out of first place for the year. Now, Kang Han-ul plays Lee Kang-soo, a broker who sells drug intel to the authorities for profit. Alongside him, a morally grey prosecutor played by Yoo Hae-jin, and a determined detective who will risk everything to take down a drug cartel.
Well, it was so far my personal favorite movie of the year, so I can see why we're seeing these figures. But thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move on to our AI anchor, Adi, with more culture-related news.